Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking out the Gremyashchy, the Tier 5 Premium Russian destroyer that I recently got. So today we're going to go over the modules and build up. Very basic stuff. I do take the turret traverse as my second module because the turret speed on this is absolutely terrible. I'd use premium repair, premium smoke. I don't bother with the premium engine boost. There's no other option. I wish there were, but you know, can't have everything. Moving on to the captain, I will take basic firing training. That just increases my DPS. Again, turret traverse, last stand is a must, and superintendent. My next, when I get one more skill here, I'm going to get advanced firing training for the extra range because this ship can stealth fire. And then once I've gotten 15-point captain, I'm going to respec and take concealment expert and drop the turret traverse and then repick that back up once I get a 17-point captain. As it stands right now, with all these buffs, I have a turret traverse of 21.8 seconds, which for a destroyer is kind of slow, but considering how many buffs that I put on that to get it to there, you know, I'll take it. You know, I could use the extra range from advanced firing training, but honestly, the first few games that I did, I just could not get around how slow the turrets were. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take her out. So we start out on the map straight. So the Gremyashchy, some characteristics of it. It's OP, but a generic OP, and I'll explain why I mean this. So there's no I win buttons on this ship, not like something maybe like the Belfast. However, there's no glaring weaknesses either. So its detection right off the bat with its base skin on is 6.8, which is really not bad at tier 5. The guns are phenomenal. So the Gremyashchy is a very old ship that came out before a lot of nerfs hit, specifically to the Russian destroyers. However, it's a premium ship. So I don't know if you know this, but premium ships are generally speaking off limits to any kind of generic nerfs across the board. Sometimes they get caught up when like captain traits get changed around and stuff like that, but the Gremyashchy really has been untouched. So you're kind of taking a look into the past. The guns, specifically the HE, do a lot of damage. The AP are fantastic, which we'll see in this replay here. They're fast firing. The only downside is they have a really slow turret traverse, which is why, you know, I took all of those different modules and captain traits to try and get it down to that 21-22% or second rotation time. Because this ship is really nimble, it's really fast, and I kept finding that my guns just couldn't keep up with me. And, you know, you're supposed to be this gunboat. So here we see a Farragut, a tier higher than me. I'm not afraid of him. I've got decent hit points, I've got fantastic guns, I have good torpedoes. The torpedoes can go 8 kilometers, so if you have a detection of 6.8 and you can fire your torpedoes from 8, you can stealth torp. Hey, how about that? A Russian destroyer that can stealth torp. I know, go figure. You know, this is why it's not on sale anymore, amongst other reasons. So I'm just gonna throw torpedoes into the smoke where I kind of think he's at. And then let's show off the maneuverability here. Now look how fast and tight I can make this turn here. That is insane. Like, I can't think of another destroyer that can do that. I just totally pulled a 180 within the cap circle, like in a quadrant of the cap circle. So now, and then with the turret traverse, now my guns are back and ready to go. I popped him. Great. Awesome. So, what's he going to do? Is he going to sit in there, or is he going to panic? He's going to panic. Of course he is. Let's see if I can get in there and secure this kill. HE loaded. Line up the shot. Shots out. One shot, one kill. Alright, I'll take that first blood. Alright, so what's next? Cleveland, who, according to his smokestack, has cut engines. So I will do the same. However, I have smoke and he doesn't, so yeah, let's see how that works out for him. So let's talk a little bit more about the features while I burn down this Cleveland. So the HE, you can see how much damage it's doing, right? I mean, those are good shots. And I don't even have the dispersion module on this thing. So, I mean, this is pre-nerf. The HE on this ship actually really does a good job. The other thing, and this is super important, I don't know if you picked up on this when I was showing off the turret rotation earlier. This thing has a 9% chance per shell to catch things on fire. To put that in comparison, if memory serves me right, and I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, my tier 10 gearing has a base percent of 5%. So that means my gearing with Demolition Expert, the captain talent that gives an extra 3%, and the fire flag, which would give me another 0.5%, still would be a 0.5% less chance to catch things on fire than this tier 5. So believe me when I say you can burn the crap out of enemy ships. And then on top of that, it's not even just a high fire chance, because there are other ships that do that. But the base damage, the alpha damage on this is no joke. Like, it's legit doing some serious work on this Cleveland, who's a tier higher and kind of tanky. I mean, the Cleveland, you're like, oh, the Cleveland isn't tanky. Yeah, well, think of what its competition is. You know, you got the Bajoni, which is absolutely not tanky. You have the Nuremberg, which is, you know, LOL, what's armor? Yeah, so that's one dead Cleveland. Great, fantastic. I have decent detection, 6.8 kilometers. So I'm not really worried about bumping into other enemy destroyers, because my guns, you can see how fast they reload. They're those Russian rail guns that have really flat arcs, really high shell velocity. That was actually a little close. I had to do a double take on that. Yeah, the guns are great. So here we bump into one of the new German destroyers. I instantly start firing. Oh, he's gonna smoke and cut engines. Great, fantastic for him. So I am spotted because there's enemies on the flanks and there's planes in the air and everything, and he's like, haha, I'm gonna sit here and gun you down. And I'm like, okay, well, bro, I've got torpedoes and you obviously don't look like you're moving. So I fire my torpedoes, I take a cool pot shot at him, miss him in the smoke, that's fine. He is doing damage, but I mean, not really a whole lot. It's more annoying than anything else. I mean, so I just turn away, make myself a smaller target. I'm very fast, I'm very maneuver, juke some of his shots, juke that guy's shots, pop my smoke finally that's off cooldown, just to break vision. Pop. There you go. Thank you for kill number 2. And that's 2 enemy destroyers down that I don't have to worry about. This is great. I love it when destroyers like pop their smoke like that and they're like, haha, you can't see me. And I'm like, okay, well, I can take an educated guess. And then they start firing like he was. I'm like, okay, well, now I know exactly where you are. I just have a hard time training my guns on you. You know, if you were doing that against a battleship, that's a great tactic. Against enemy destroyers, not so much. So it's low tier. Hopefully they'll learn their lessons, and then, you know, by the time they get to tier 8 and 9 and 10, you know, they'll be better destroyer captains. Except that I know better than that, because I play at 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, they played the exact same at those tiers. Whatever. So now what do? I want to get in on this battleship who is backing up for some reason. Man, those Maltas really pissing me off. Alright, well, I pulled out, got out of detection range, got my torpedoes off, and let's start wrapping around, because I got to deal with these cruisers here. They're going to cause a world of hurt if I just leave them be. What do we do? Well, they're kind of coming my way. This is the only cap that we have. And even though the score's fairly close, I mean, we do have a lead for the time being. Ship-wide, they're up by 2 ships. Oh, man. Well, let's put the ship to the test, right? So, I've got AP loaded because I know what this AP can do to these ships. The destroyer's hanging back, which is fine, so I don't have to deal with him, and he's not really a gunboat anyhow, so that's fine. Let's go and launch torpedoes at this guy. Let's see if we can luck out. My smoke is almost up off of cooldown, so I'm just kind of trying to buy time, basically, and maybe get lucky with these torpedoes. Again, 8-kilometer torpedoes, and I have a detection of 6.8, so I can stealth torpedo, which is great. Having that option is always a good thing. Okay, torpedoes are going to miss. Shells out then. Aimed a little bit too far ahead. Just kind of scratched his paint. How about this one? There we go. Yes, that's a citadel that I'm doing on that cruiser. And he's just kind of oblivious. Like, they've spotted our carrier now at this point, and they're just like, ooh, mine, 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 mine. And he's, yeah, taking some serious damage from a little destroyer. To be fair, I did pop my smoke, and so he can't see where that fire is coming from. He is getting a little far away. And this guy looks like he's about to show me broadsides. Let's just let him do that. Switch over to HE real quick. Torpedoes. Try and lead him a little bit. Switch back to AP. There's that broadside I was hoping for. Give me citadels. Give it to me. Come on. I'm still doing decent damage. There we go. It absolutely blows my mind that you can citadel cruisers with this destroyer fairly easily. Nice, nice, nice. And of course, his one stray shell that hit me in the smoke caught me on fire, because that's, you know, how it works. Alright, now that he's dead, try and finish off this guy. Oh, hello. Alright, well, let's see if I can save our carrier. I seriously doubt it, because even though he's paying attention to me, the other destroyer and the cruiser are both completely ignoring me. Not sure if there's anything I can do. Yeah, he's even just like, yeah, screw that, I'm just going to finish off this carrier. Well, but again, like, he's trying to get range, but these guns are so accurate that it really isn't doing him a lot of good. You can see me trying to struggle to keep the guns on target. Yeah, okay. Broke his engine there. Yeah, we lost our carrier. Well, crap. I think that was kind of inevitable. Tried my best there, but just too many people trying to Zerg rush that that poor carrier. Alright, so what's next? Well, we need to take care of this cruiser. I can deal with the destroyers. Maybe not both at once, but I can still deal with them. The cruiser's the one that concerns me, because if the destroyers catch me first, then he's just going to have free reign to fire on me. Yeah, exactly like this situation right now. Well, his engine's still out, so let's take advantage of it. I'm spotted either way. Just got Confederate. Again, using that HE. Does very good damage. Broke his engine again. I mean, can you re-break somebody's engine like while it's still broken? Does it get more broke then? I don't know. He's running back into the smoke. Yep, okay. Lost him. Oh, hello, torpedoes. And of course, that perfect moment when they break your engine. Just slide in. Alright. Meant to do that. I'm going to pop smoke. Throw a couple torpedo salvos down the line. It's not a whole lot of torpedoes. You know, it's 2 triple launchers. But, you know, yeah, it's like I said, it's better than nothing. I mean, if anyone's played any of the Russian destroyers and realized how frustrating it is to have 4 or 5 kilometer range of the torpedoes, they'll be like, oh my god, 8 kilometer torpedoes, like, give me. Definitely gives you some options. The other game that I played wasn't nearly as entertaining, but I did absolutely nuke the crap out of a couple battleships. They never saw it. Never saw it until the last second when the torpedoes are right up on top, like any other normal destroyer would be. yet at the same time I retain these wonderful guns. There's that nice fire chance. Forces him to put that out. Not that it matters. He is dead regardless. Oh, come on. Die already. There we go. One last little desperation shot out at me. Alright. And moved out because I figured there were torpedoes in the water with 2 destroyers nearby. So there's the mistake that the other 2 destroyers made. As soon as I took care of business, I got the hell out. So, what am I doing here? So I know there's 2 destroyers behind me, right? I really don't want to fight them both at the same time. So what I want to do is stretch the fight out. The further away I am, I say that as he just catches me on fire with his opening shot. The further away I am, the more that these Russian guns are going to do me an advantage. You know, he's trying to make himself a small target. I throw down torpedoes just for shits and giggles in between firing guns. And you can see the sheer amount of damage that I can pump out compared to him. He's firing, you know, HE, and it's barely scratching me. Yeah, he's done. Eventually here. There we go. Nice. Got my Kraken. And I am still spotted. There's his torpedoes. In his situation, with how many hit points I had, probably wouldn't have stopped to fire my torpedoes there. Oh, well, okay, so we know that the other destroyer is in the cap. He's the only one left alive. This cap is being taken. Oh, well, there he is. A Minikaze R. Alright. I love my Minikaze R, but its guns are nowhere near as good as mine. And even with the little shred of hit points that I have, I'm not really afraid of this guy whatsoever. And I'm just going to charge right at him. So he's half health. Get a little shot off on him. Alright, alright. I'm going to fire that, and right there. So I fired one at the last position that I saw him, and then one backwards because he was slowing down, which probably means he's going to keep going backwards. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap around on the right-hand side of his smoke, because there's an island in here. So what's going to happen here is he's caught. Either he stays stationary and the torpedoes get him, or he keeps backing up, and I'm going to be sitting there waiting with all my guns pointed right at him. His only option really was to go forward and away and just run, but I don't think he's done that because it's still being capped. Okay, so the torpedoes didn't get. I've spotted him just from being so close. I have all my guns ready. He is backing up, which means he's going to try and torp. Let's see if I can get this kill. Number 6. Nope. No, number 6. So how we do? Did 7,500 XP, 500,000 credits. First strike, Confederate Kraken, devastating strike, 77,000 damage, not bad. 4 citadels from a destroyer. We got 27,000 base XP. Considering I was tier 5 in a tier 6 game, I'll take it. Pretty even damage spread. We got some from torpedoes, a good amount from HE, and some from AP. It's a damn fine ship, guys. If you're willing to drop some money on those Santa gifts, I recommend the $3 ones. That's how I got mine. It's not guaranteed, but maybe it's worth it. We'll see you next time, guys.